I am Neil Larthos. I am the next Abdullah. You are the next Neville Goddard. Your SP gets wet every single time they think of you, and your bank account makes Jeff Bezos look homeless. If you guys want to work with me, the links are in the description. And subscribe for daily manifestation content. 3D SP is not of this world. Call ICE. Look, many of you guys are trying to manifest a specific person. But after you do a technique, you quickly check their social media, something triggers you. You go to work, maybe it's a coworker that you're trying to bang, and they're not giving you any attention. Well, I'm here to tell you that that version of them is not of your world. So you should deport them, okay? Now, why do I say that? Because just like I've been saying since the beginning, the 3D is the past. The internal, the 4D, is the present moment. And there is no future, because anything that is perceived as a future is perceived internally in your memory base, in your imagination, because you're thinking about something that hasn't happened yet. So therefore you're deciding in this moment you are doing an imaginal act just by thinking of it. So therefore it doesn't exist, because when the future actually happens, it just comes into your 3D, which is a past reflection. Okay? And they're like, wait, hold on, what the fuck, Neil? Say that again. Okay, I'll say it again. The 3D is the past. The 4D is the current. Okay? And if you are thinking about, well, what would it be like if I was with SP and we were married and we went to Spain and we had 5 Spaniard children? All right? I think 1 is enough, but holy shit, 5? Fuck away. But what would it be like? Well, you imagining those 5 Spaniard children and all 5 of them sharing a churro. When you're doing that, you're giving that to yourself right now. Your 5 Spaniard children are eating the churro right now. Okay? And when it happens in the physical realm, and you're like, holy shit, I thought about this. I totally remember the 5 churros. And then your wife is like, what the hell? What you're seeing right now in the physical realm where they're eating the churros is from the past. Why? Because you saw it before. And that's why I say that the version of your SP that you see right now is no longer yours. It's no longer of your world, because if you did your techniques right, your imaginal acts, if you decided that you are the version of yourself who has SP, who has always had SP, who has always had success in their relationships, then if you are seeing a version of them that is reflecting the identity that you used to be, then call ICE on their bitch ass. They no longer are a part of your world. Now, before a lot of you Republicans are like, yes, I get to... No, I'm not actually telling you to call ICE. Calm down, okay? I love my Latinas. Fuck you guys, okay? But in all seriousness, guys, you know what I'm talking about here, okay? We live in a world where we think that whether it's manifestation, whether it's learning self-improvement, whether it's learning how to make more money, we want everything right now. But I'm telling you that even if you go into your cubicle and your SP is fucking the third party on top of your desk, all you got to do is say, that's no longer the version of them that is part of my reality. That's something else. I'm in the reality where they're fucking my brains out. Okay? Now, please get the fuck off. I got some work to do. Okay? It does not matter what the 3D is showing you. The SP version that you are looking at right now, I mean, I'm not telling you to go unhinged to their face and say, you are no longer a part of this world. Be gone from me, alien. I'm not necessarily saying for you to do that, although, to be honest, even if you were to say that to their face, even that wouldn't fuck up anything, because it's not about what you do, it's about who you are being in that moment. But I'm not requiring you guys to go completely schizophrenic. All I am simply saying is to chill out, relax. No matter what the circumstances are showing you, it's okay, because it is still reflecting old identities, old scripts. It's simply playing out the momentum of all the bullshit you were telling yourself. Because, guys, all it takes is for, I mean, if this is an ex, for example, all it takes is for you to have been on their social media and even thought once that, oh, what if they cheat on me because they have an additional follower who is of the opposite sex? And then, boom, maybe they cheat on you, or maybe they just reject you and they give you the results of the person who is always thinking so insecure. But the point is, you got what you asked for. And you asked for it when you went on their Instagram, and instead of looking at it and go, oh my gosh, there's my queen. Or, oh my gosh, yeah, he would never fucking be disloyal to me because he knows I'm the best he could ever get. He's lucky to be with me. If you went about it like that way, you would have gotten the results of the cocky, arrogant bitch who gets what she wants. And before you say, why do you call your girls bitches? Ladies, there's not a single woman on earth who I do not love, okay? So, if you don't believe me, talk to HR. But either ways, guys, in all seriousness, guys, the 3D version of your SP no longer exists, okay? This is why, if you guys are approaching manifestation as microwavable techniques, what do I got to do to get it by Friday, then guys, you might as well just unsubscribe, okay? You might as well just go to another channel, okay? Go to go to TikTok, whatever you got to do, okay? I'm here to tell you that time doesn't exist, and that if someone goes to prison for 20 years but they stay in the state of the wish fulfilled, they come out from those 20 years and it felt like if it was only 5. It felt like if it was only a day. Dudes, when people tell me that Avengers Infinity War came out in 2018, I mean, I still have to remind myself that that was 7 fucking years ago. Okay? When people tell me that, like I just saw today that Hannah Montana is reaching its 20th anniversary. Guys, I still remember when the first pilot episode came out, right before Miley Cyrus. I mean, this was, dude, this was before Meryl Streep was more popular than Miley Cyrus. Okay? This was before, whenever you say the term nobody's perfect, it was just normal to you. Now I find myself saying nobody's perfect, and I keep thinking of that bitch nonstop. There you go again, Neil, talking about girls as bitches. Fuck you. But either ways, what I'm trying to say, guys, is time is irrelevant. Time doesn't exist. So stop doing things on deadlines. Stop saying, but why am I not seeing movement? Because if you say, why am I not seeing movement, you're going to continue to manifest a version of you who is not seeing movement. Guys, this is the way it works. Everything that you do intentionally, everything you do consciously, everything you become aware of, you recycle in the 3D realm. You want to stop seeing something in the 3D? You want to stop seeing the illegal alien version of your SP that needs to get deported because they are no longer part of your reality where you are married to them? Because the one in the 3D is rejecting you? You deport them up here. Okay? No, you don't imagine them in shackles. Well, unless that's your fetish. You imagine them as the version of the SP that you want. Because the 3D, again, is past. It is momentum recycling of past times that you kept talking shit about yourself. Every single time that you said, oh, they're this way, they're that way, they rejected me, blah, blah, blah. That's why I say you're doing yourself no favors when you do a technique and keep saying the shit isn't working, because you're adding another day. You're adding another week. And you don't even know how much you still have left on the fucking order of negative bullshit that you said in the past. You could still have 2 more months, but now you added it. Now you made it 3 months because you just looked in the 3D. You go in your 4D, and again, the imaginal acts could be in 180. It could look like the movie was captured on a fucking calculator. Okay? The details, the visuals, the shading, the cinematography does not matter. What matters is the implication. What matters is if you can feel something. And when I say feel something, I don't mean if you are, being intimate with them, you have to smell their perfume. I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm just simply saying that you want to do it to the point where it becomes almost like a memory, where instead of thinking about all this negativity when you fathom your SP, you're like, oh yeah, that happened. Because I've gotten to the point where when I'm imagining my SPs, instead of perceiving them as a 3D version, my subconscious automatically by default goes to the 4D version. As a matter of fact, for every single negative awareness that you see of your 3D, of your SP, do 10 more of those, but in your favor. And I guarantee you, the more you do that, your subconscious will make that your default. Okay? But again, guys, you can still interact with the 3D version of your SP. If it's a coworker, if it's your damn ex-wife, your ex-husband, and you guys have shared custody, whatever you got to do, right? But don't say, oh, do I have to make myself look good for them? I have to do this to get that. It's already done. You could literally dig a damn hole 50 feet underground in the middle of nowhere in the desert, and if you did your techniques right, they will come for you. Okay? But if you are at the bottom of that hole and you're like, oh, do I still got signal? And you're still checking their social media, you're still thinking in your head, even if you're not checking social media, like, what if this doesn't work? You just fucked it up. You ruined. You might as well just dig yourself back up. Go and have yourself a smoothie. You fucked it up. You literally go on autopilot, do whatever it is that you were doing before you did the technique, and then boom, you live your life knowing that it's done. Okay? But I know a lot of you guys are going to have some fucking questions, so if you guys want to go more in depth in your situation, you are looking at the best motherfucking manifestation motherfucker in this community. Okay? Links are in the description. I am Neil Larthos. This is all that the I'm Awareness had to say. And I know you're going to be okay.